If I had the ability to do it, I'd take you out here right now and kick your goddamn teeth in.
It's like some young guy has a new girlfriend, okay, and he thinks she is the hottest thing since sliced bread, okay, and gorgeous and just fabulous in every possible way, okay, and he takes her out on a date, and he runs into a couple of friends of his, okay, at Club New, and they take him off to the side, say, you know, Joe, she's okay, but, you know, she's got that, like, mole on her cheek, you know, and her ass is just not, like, one cheek is bigger than the other one, you know? And I just don't understand it, how anybody can be that, like... Oh, here's another one. He's got it in the attic, and he's in the basement. Can you hear it? Okay, good job.
Okay.
478. Okay, now this ought to be pretty exciting, okay?
Oh, I'm thrilled.
Okay, now just a second. Let me put that on hold. Now you're on, and that's on. I don't hear anything, do you?
No.
There it goes.
Oh.
This could be great. Or not.
Exciting.
And it's ringing, I notice. It's not busy. 8:35 in San Francisco.
I didn't think you got up that early.
You're nobody. They're not answering it. Well, it must be like here. He didn't take any calls. And I can understand why. Well, he's got that live studio audience.
Right.
You're nobody. Boy, I wonder if he's got a board on. Or if he's just sitting there holding it himself. Till somebody loves you, you're nobody. Till somebody answers the phone. Come on, Alex, pick the phone up, will you? Now, what are we going to do about this?
I don't know.
Isn't this
How come
depressing?
he's on so early?
He does mornings.
Oh.
He does like 6 to 10. He's morning drive.
I just tuned in when you said if anybody wants you to call.
Oh, yeah. Well, in other words, you didn't hear the article I read?
No.
About how he's 50 years old?
No, I didn't hear that
Now,
part.
he's only been... Now, didn't he say when he was here he was 44, and I kept saying he was lying about his age? Now that he's back there, he's admitting to at least 50.
Right, at first he was, 48, then he became 44.
Yeah, and then when he left, he said he was like 36. And now all of a sudden he's 50 again.
Except he's not even there.
And I'll be honest with you, between you and me, he could pass for 60 easy, okay? No, seriously, he's got like a wrinkled up head, and he looks like he's had a rough life.
I saw him.
You were here?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to call it back in a little while, because that's annoying here. It ran.
Okay.
Easy instructions on how to get the most information out of your radio each morning, dependably. When you tune in to 610 WIOD every weekday morning, you can expect to hear complete and accurate weather information 4 times an hour. Tune in at 8 minutes after, 15 after, 25 before, and 15 before. We do this so no matter when you tune in, you're less than 15 minutes away from a complete and accurate weather forecast. You'll only get it here. Weather information each morning at 8 and 15 after, at 25 and 15 before. From the station you can depend on. News Talk Radio 610, WIOD.
When Roto Rooter calls.
From beautiful North Bay Village, where he was busted by the police department for being a total loser. It's a salute to Alex Bennett. The man who constantly exercised his neck by looking over his shoulder. The man from California who didn't have a tan. The man who found it great fun to rip his fellow workers, but when ripped himself turned into a sniveling, crying, complaining candy ass. The man who finally showed some semblance of intelligence when he packed his bags and got the hell out of town. One of the few men who could actually go back to an old job in an old town, telling old jokes and doing even older bits. We salute you, Alex Bennett. South Florida's never seen a bigger paranoid, a bigger backstabber, a bigger crybaby. Alex Bennett, you're a complete asshole.
All right, our little salute to our man in San Francisco. We're going to continue trying to call him because it's only like 9 o'clock in the morning out there. Stay tuned for the news. We'll be back. let me ask you a question. Why is it that when you call, the line's busy? Every time I call, I get right through. It's like calling this show. There are never any busy lines. You get right through. Come on, Alex. Pick up the phone. I know you're old, but crawl over to the phone and pick it up, will you? Man. Have somebody in the live studio audience pick up the phone. You're nobody. This is a guy who graduated high school at the age of 8. Became a brain surgeon at the age of 11. He left here, he was 44, and in just 3 months he's turned 50. Let's see, 4 times 6, 24. That means in another year he'll be 74. And in 2 years he'll be 100. Even Methuselah couldn't match that. I'm calling the right number, I know that, and it's not busy and nobody answers, and he's got a boring show, okay? Now let me ask you a question, okay? If I put that on hold, is there nothing? What? What is she shaking her? What the hell what do you know? Now, if I put that on hold, do we feed the program on hold on the bat line too? So okay, so I'll put it on hold, and just in case they pick it up, they'll know it's here, which would be great. That'll piss them off. You're calling what? 475-4. Yeah, that's the number. That's what I just dialed, meathead. What? You're calling it's busy? In other words, you don't think I can dial the damn phone. Is that what you're saying? I think if it's a contest between you and me, I don't think it's, we need to take a vote. Kendall.
Neil.
Yep. Till Alex rubs your forehead. Da-da-da. I'll tell you one thing. If he ever rubbed his forehead, he'd have to start at 2 o'clock in the morning and go till noon. He has a forehead from his chin to his pupik. 11 afternoon at WIOD, where we have a morning show in the morning, a midday show in the midday, an afternoon show between 2 and 6. We give the time, the weather, the temperature, the sports scores, and all kinds of information. And a lot of corny, ridiculous promos that our consultants think are going to really dazzle you, because they're boring and terminal. How come they don't answer at the switchboard either? Boy, I'm telling you, what a station they got. I thought we were efficient here. All right, let me try one more number here. 626. I mean, this place, they're all out to lunch, and it's only like 10 after 9 in the morning out there or something. Oh, man.
5, good morning.
Yeah, I've been dialing the, this is WIOD in Miami. Neil Rogers calling. We're on the air.
Uh-huh.
And we've been dialing the on-the-air line to try to get a hold of Alex Bennett, our good buddy.
Uh-huh.
And nobody answers the phone.
All right, hang in there. Let me see what I can do for you.
Yeah, just for a second. It would be so much...
Are you Nick?
I'm Nick Rogers.
I know. You just called, right?
No, this is Neil Rogers. That was Nick Lawrence that just called.
Okay, hold on a second.
What was Nick doing?
He was calling, asking to speak to Lori or Alex. And I informed him that they were doing the show or something, and I would pass on the
well, we're doing a show, too. You and I are on the air right now, which is pretty exciting, right?
Well, that's great.
In Miami, even though Alex didn't like it here, we're not that bad.
Let me find out what's going on.
Well, wait a minute. Let me ask you a question.
You want to ask me a question? Okay.
Is that okay?
Sure.
What's the temperature there today?
The temperature right now is about 65. It's real humid here in the city, which is weird.
And it's going to get up in the 70s today, which is like a heat wave for you guys.
Yeah, plus it's humid. We don't usually have humidity.
Well, it's like 87 here now. Of course, it's 12:13 here. It's only 9:13 there.
Oh, we actually had a thunderstorm and lightning in the South Bay last night, which is rare.
Man, sounds like pretty lousy weather.
Well, it is lousy, but, it's exciting to us right now.
So how's Alex?
Huh?
So how's Alex doing? He's setting the world on fire there, right? He's very big in San Francisco.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
For an old guy.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Right now, the I don't know, we had a long show today, and I don't know really what's happening, but...
How about that studio audience?
The audience is good. They've been pretty quiet, though, this week, yesterday and today. But usually they get kind of rowdy and they get real excited and stuff like that. But it's a good thing that they have going.
Yeah, well, like how many people come in every day?
Let's say it's about 20, as much as the studio can hold. The studio isn't that big.
20-some?
So maybe, no, about maybe 15.
How about, like, can we go for 5?
No.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm pulling you out.
No, he wouldn't like
And, like,
it.
what are these, like, because the show starts at, what, 5:30, 6 in the morning?
6 to 10, yeah.
So these people come in at what time?
They usually, I guess, get here about 5:15.
5:45?
Yeah, and they line out, you know, I came by...
So what are they, like street people? Is that it?
No.
Come in for a little
I think
breakfast?
what it is, most of them are basically they either work in the evening or students or something
Or
like that.
degenerates.
It's a different crowd.
Yeah. I think,
variety.
boy, you really have got that place pegged. I'll tell you, how long have you been working there?
I just came in. Came in about...
Well, that's why you're so refreshingly honest.
About 3 weeks ago,
They haven't
I guess.
brainwashed you yet into giving out a lot of phony propaganda about how great...
No, I used
So in other words, he's doing okay,
Yeah,
but you
I
wouldn't
used to work
say...
at radio, though, before, another station, so...
What station was that?
Well,
You can say it. I mean, we're not on the air in San Francisco. We're on the air in Miami.
Oh, well, I used to work at KYA.
Okay, well, that's a big station.
KYA, KSFO.
Russ
right.
the Moose Syracuse used to work there.
Yeah, I know.
You do?
Yeah, I know.
Did you ever
Russ the Moose.
did you ever hear Joey Reynolds?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Was that you?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm Neil Rogers. You never heard of me either.
Oh, okay.
I hope, unless you listen to Alex bash me on the air out there until...
No, he doesn't.
No, Alex loves Miami, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't. He hates us like poison.
Loves it. He does love it.
Now, he just celebrated, what, his
He
80...
just missed the Bay Area, that's
He
all.
just celebrated... He missed the gay area?
The Bay...
He celebrated his...
That's part of our show. You should not say.
That's part of your show?
That's part of what he's going through this morning.
What is that?
Some article went on the air or something, and what
about how he
some
does all
article
that?
was written? And,
How he does all that gay bashing on the air
well,
out there?
yeah, and it's actually not him. It's we have different comedians.
It's all those like Andrew Douche Clay and all those people, Sam Kinison, all those slimeball homophobic people.
Oh.
You don't go on here
You
and...
should be in California.
I beg your pardon?
You should be in San Francisco right now.
I should?
Yeah.
Why is that?
They'd probably shoot you
For what?
for what you just said. They don't. Well, I'm not saying the whole San Francisco isn't like that.
For what? What did I say?
Probably get phone calls. Andrew, did
Andrew
you say
Douche
Andrew
Clay?
Douche Clay?
Well, what's wrong with that? That's like said with affection and love.
Oh, okay.
Now, anyway, you sidetracked me. I've talked to people like you before. You like put me off onto a tangent when I was really getting to the heart of the matter. Okay, so do you think we can get him on the air for a minute?
Well, yeah. Let me try. Okay. Let me try to find his producer.
Now,
for you.
listen, when you say Neil Rogers, and if he starts throwing things, don't get hysterical, okay? Because he's a very emotional man.
I'll just tell him. Look, I had a great conversation with him.
Yeah, we had
Nice
some
guy.
fun here, right?
Yeah. I'll just tell him I had a great conversation with you. Let me find him, okay?
Can
Or
I
find
ask you a
somebody.
question?
Yes.
Because you and I have been talking now for what, about 4 or 5 minutes?
Yes.
And am I keeping you from any other calls that are coming
I
in?
can't believe it. It's not ringing. And
I
normally
know.
it rings off the hook.
I know,
mean,
because it's like a commercial radio station, right?
This is
Or is
really
this just like a high school station or something?
Are you holding all my calls or something?
Yeah, we put them on hold.
Did you?
All right, now let's see what Alex does. Let's see, when you mention my name. I want to find out what kind of object he throws.
Let me run in there now and tell him why he's not on
Okay,
there.
because he'll go nuts.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on.
This is great. God, I haven't had so much fun since Joe Zagacki left for vacation. It's 12:17 at WIOD. We do have some open lines here, I'll tell you that. People are dropping off. Now, I got news for you. If you think I'm going to preempt this great call for a lot of your crap, you're dreaming. We can talk to you anytime. This is not the show. Does he play music? He plays... Oh, I should have asked her. I thought... what does he do? In other words, he doesn't do a talk show. He never did a talk show. Oh, these bozos here, man. They brought this guy in. All he does is that...
Producer's coming. She'll be right with you. Don't go.
Well, wait a minute. Are you busy?
Yeah, I have to answer another call.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. You're nobody till somebody... I better get the right carts in the machine now. Somebody loves you.
Oh, nobody till somebody loves you.
Get in the right mood.
You're nobody till somebody tells.
If I had the ability to, I'd take you out here right now and kick your goddamn teeth in.
Neil?
Yes.
Hi, this is Lori, Alex's producer.
Lori, how you doing?
I'm fine. Hold on a second. Hey, Ray, can you turn the volume down there, monitor?
Yeah, cut that back a little bit back there. We want to hear Lori. We don't want to hear all that raucous rock.
Hello?
Right, Lori?
Yeah.
We don't want to hear all that noise.
Can you hear me now?
We call to speak to you.
Okay.
So what's going on, Lori?
Am I on the air? Or
Yeah, we're on the air on WIOD in Miami,
Oh, I see.
Alex's favorite station.
I see.
And there's this big article that somebody brought in from the Marin Independent Journal, which I guess is one of your really big papers.
Yeah.
Not
well,
really.
He's been in numerous papers.
Yeah, Alex is just, and he was on TV, I guess, on Friday or last Friday. I don't know. He's just all over the place. It's amazing. And since he loved Miami so much and such a big fan of this station and me in particular, I thought we'd call and check in with him.
Well, actually, Alex can't talk right now because he's on the air.
But I'm on the air, too.
Well, I know, but he's doing his show right now. And I don't think it would really be appropriate at this time, but I do appreciate your calling.
Well, wait a minute. Are you, like, blowing me off, Lori? Is that what you're doing?
I
mean,
guess
this is...
I am because, he can't really do it right now.
Well, wait a minute. Did you tell him that I was on the phone?
Yeah, he knows.
He knows I'm on the phone, and that's why he won't come to the phone?
He said he doesn't do smaller markets.
He doesn't do smaller markets?
That's what he said.
Well, I have his resume here, and it seems to me that he once worked in Reno, Nevada.
Well, I'm just telling you
In San Rafael.
That's just what he told me. So.
Yeah,
but
well, that's...
we appreciate your calling anyway.
Well, wait a minute. In other words, you're ending the conversation, yeah, because I had
I have to get back to the studio.
So I can't ask you, like, what kind of a show he does out there, if he plays a lot of music, or...
No, we do celebrity interviews and...
But you don't really take phone calls on the air.
I'm sorry?
I say you don't take any calls on the air?
On occasion we do.
But you just don't get many, right?
We do, at times, but we can't really take all the calls because, we're in a conversation with celebrities or...
Right. Well, like, who's on today?
Today we had Roger Craig. We had Siskel and Ebert on the other day.
Well, wait a minute. You mean like Roger Craig from the Giants?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, from Pittsburgh on the phone.
Well, that's pretty exciting. Well, they're doing it.
They're doing it.
Yeah, they're moving up a little bit. And you had who? You had Siskel and Ebert?
Siskel and Ebert, yeah.
Boy, you guys don't monkey around. Well, tell them we're going to work real hard so one day we can work in a big market like that, too, okay?
Okay.
Give him a big kiss on that forehead and tell him happy 50th birthday.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for
Bye, Lori.
Bye-bye.
Okay. What a piece of crap. 20 afternoon at WID. He knows we're on the phone. He doesn't talk to smaller markets. I got news for you. The biggest market you were in your life was Publix. Anyway, we have an open line in Palm Beach at 655 in the fruit section, 655-9463, and we also have Star IOD. Talked to Siskel and Ebert and Roger Craig. Woo! In the same day. Boy, we had, what the hell, we need that. We had Mike DiCello from Midway Airlines on today. We don't need that crap. Boy, oh boy. So in other words, did that sound like a little hostile call to you? I mean, would that be the understatement of the century? Just a wee bit of hostility? God, that sounded like talking to Rick Edwards. 21 past noon at WIOD, and let's ask you a little question here. Are you sick and tired of paying through the nose? A guy who can't even have a little bit of fun, a condescending munghead. That's what we're dealing with, okay? Okay, we got lots of open lines. I know that took a long time. We've been screwing around, but that's too bad, okay? Because to me, that was a lot more entertaining than talking to a bunch of skinheads. We have an open line in Broward, 524-WIOD, one in Palm Beach, 655-Fowler, and Star IOD, of course, at $400 a minute. Let's go to a mobile in Fort Lauderdale.
Neil.
You're still there. I can't believe it.
Oh, I can't either.
It must be, but it was well worth it, though, wasn't it?
Hey, I got a cheap car phone. I can afford it.
I mean, what an experience that was.
Oh, an experience is Alex.
She sounded like his twin sister. Surly, hostile, inhospitable, humorless, psychotic.
God, I'm glad he went back. He should have stayed. He'd have done well if he continued.
Boy, I tell you, those people out there, they really know their entertainment, don't they? They know the hot stuff when they hear it.
Alex's problem is I don't think he knows what big is, Neil.
He doesn't know what?
He doesn't know what big is.
Well, I don't want to get into his personal life.
Well, I know. Oh, well, that's what I tell you. It's the greatest bit you've done since you've been back, wherever the hell you went.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Well, I was in San Francisco hanging out with Alex and his crowd out there. I had a good time.
Must be very careful, Neil.
See you.
Take care.
26 past noon at WIOD, an opening in Broward, 524-WIOD. Who's that on the bad line? Is that Alex calling back, begging for our forgiveness? No, it's a private call, no doubt. WIOD.
Hi, I'm calling for Neil.
Sure, hold on. WIOD.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Great.
Hey, listen, you just got me in the mood for this
You
mailbox.
Nobody. For what?
For this, what do they call it, the movies with the black on top and black
Letterbox. Come on, get with it. What kind of a slob are you? Aren't you an expert?
I want to go watch a letterbox movie and sit in a coffee house and listen to beatnik music.
Yeah, in Amsterdam.
There you
Smoking
go.
heavy-duty crap.
Hey, I'd never even seen letterbox. What the
Smoking
hell is
soap
that?
on a rope without the soap. What is it?
He talked about that letterbox every day.
Well, I don't want to bring that in there. It's like it's kind of like Letterman. It's the same thing.
It's like feces.
Yeah.
All right, Neil. I wish you would have got a hold of him.
No, to be honest with you, this was more fun.
It was.
In other words, we got the same effect without having to put up with his whiny, crappy bull.
What'd you say? We can't speak to people in small markets?
He doesn't do small markets.
Hey, he's got something that's small. It's not a market.
Yeah, that's correct.
Have a good day.
Old and wrinkled, too, and I don't mean his forehead. See ya. 28 past noon at WIOD. There's an opening in Broward if you move real fast now, if you want to get on the hit parade. And if you're real nice to me, I'll give you Steve's numbers again from WABC. That's cruel. Why am I doing that? Because I don't really have any big deal with Steve, but Putz wants to hear him again. And, of course, Putz wishes he'd have been here to talk to Alex because he's one of his favorites. He is so fond of Alex. I got to. Have you seen this article? When you get to that part about his 50th birthday, you'll really enjoy that the best. And he likes Alex so much he has that picture of him right in his briefcase, the one with the circle around it and the bullseye right over the middle of his forehead, over that big bald spot. Hollywood.
Hello.
Yes.
Hollywood.
Isn't that?
No, this is Neil. No, that's Neil. This is Hollywood.
Sir.
Neil.
The amateur comics go on the Alex Bennett show, and I realize we've been talking out there, and it probably rubbed off on you through the phone, but try to control yourself.
You're right, because I've been on hold an hour.
Or if you're not nice, we'll bring Eric Lambert back in with, Larry Brendler.
Don't do that.
With Larry Brendler in stereo.
Don't do that. Okay, Neil.
Yeah.
Two things. Where's Gilbert?
What is that supposed to be?
All right. Second off, on the point of Gilbert.
No, I don't want to discuss Gilbert. Gilbert will be at our remote on the 24th of this month over at the stadium up there, and we're doing another Miracle game.
I just want to let you in on a little hint here.
Yeah.
He's been giving out stock tips, and I've gotten 2 from him so far, and they both went up.
Well, I'm delighted for him. Tickled to death.
Second.
Call Meg Green.
No. I don't like her.
We have an open line in Dade, 751 751, yeah.
Neil.
What do you want?
WQAM.
This could be the worst call, even worse than Super Dave, okay? And that's saying a lot. This is one of the worst calls in history.
WQAM.
Quit talking about other people. Talk about yourself.
They went to 50s.
Stop being like a quisling. Stop being an underling of other people. Be your own person.
If QAM went to 50s, does that mean IOD is going to 60s and NWS is going to 70s?
We're going to 1860s right after this call ends, which is right now. 12:30 at WIOD. 3 open lines in the board. Boy, I wish we were as popular as Alex Bennett. What I wouldn't give. I left my heart. We have an opening on the Star IOD line at $4,000 a minute. If you have the guts to stand out in the crowd. See, all you people are doing is hanging back and waiting for the day that I come on here and say, hey, Bell South Mobility finally got their finger out of their butt and they got their act straightened out, and you can call that line and we pay for it now. Now, I got news for you. We may not live that long, okay, any of us. So I wouldn't hold back and wait. Kendall.
How you doing?
Okay.
Hey, you know what? Schwartzman hasn't improved at all.
Schwarzman.
Yeah. Bennett Schwartzman.
That's correct.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you know what? His producer?
She's great, Lori.
She's almost as civil as Nick Lawrence.
Yeah, almost as pleasant as he is.
Yeah, or Nick Lawrence.
What a bitch. Nah, I got news for her. Nick is a prize compared to her.
Well, they're all posters.
I mean, Nick wouldn't have wasted all that time. He'd have just said drop dead and hung the phone up. But she, enjoyed digging and clawing. Well, I have to get back in there and go on the air. I think I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do in a few minutes? I'm going to call the switchboard operator back up because she hasn't been there very long, and she's the only one friendly enough to give us the real info.
There you go.
Because when I said, I hear he's setting the world on fire, how's the show? He said, oh, pretty good, pretty good. Like, you could tell the way she said it, like they're not, knocking the doors of the Golden Gate Bridge down there.
Well, I want to mail something in the mail. I haven't decided whether it's going to be a used...
I heard there's a rumor that he's going to be doing the show with the live studio audience from Alcatraz, that they're going to reopen it pretty soon.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Or, Roger Craig's
I'd pay to watch that.
Roger Craig is as big a scumbag as Bennett.
And why would you say that? Just because he's got a big schnoz like Joey is that? I mean, he's a good buddy of Don Zimmer, so he can't be all bad, even though he's a boring guy.
You don't show someone up at the All-Star game.
He's a boring guy, and he brings out his own guy, Brantley, to lose the game for crying out loud. That was pathetic. Anyway, let's not discuss baseball, okay? My team has won 2 games in a row. We're just glowing in the aftermath of another great victory. And we're doing it, boy. We're only 16 games behind and about, I think, 14 under 500. What's wrong with that?
I'd rather watch the Cubs on a bad day.
And we're a full game ahead of the Cardinals in the hottest race in the National League. We're a full game ahead of St. Louis. What do you want from us?
Yeah, don't don't mention the Cardinals, huh?
Well, I'd like to mention them a lot.
What a piece
Just
of
to
work.
remind everybody that they're a lot worse than we are. And then, of course, there's the Yankees, who are like 19 games under 500. Or no, 23 games, I think.
Well, listen, can you give Bennett's new address on the air at that radio station so I can send him a piece of rice?
Just send it to Alcatraz Island, San Francisco, California. It'll get there. 1233 at WIOD. There's an opening in Dade, 751 Bennett, 751 Alex. Here's a mobile on the IOD line at 10 grand a minute.
Yes. Good afternoon. How are you, Neil?
Pretty good.
I have a question for you, please. My wife's finally getting interested in your show, and I'm taking her this afternoon to get a Corvette. Of course, a white one, which you don't like the color.
Yeah.
I have never...
Well, wait a minute. Who doesn't like the color?
Well, it's standard color. I didn't get the green or whatever. I'm getting what most people get.
Well, what's wrong with the white one? White Corvettes are beautiful.
Okay, well...
I have a white Corvette.
All right, well, that's what I like. All my cars are white, and this is another one.
Pedestrian.
I have a question, please.
In other words, you're kind of a boring guy.
Oh,
That's all right. You probably like vanilla ice cream, too.
Yes.
Vanilla bean speck ice cream like Johnny Dark, which I still have at my house from 3 summers ago.
But my question, please.
Yes.
2,000-mile demo untitled. About what should it go for?
Untitled.
Untitled means that they were driving it around. Rather, the dealer was driving it around.
Yeah, right. What is it, a coupe?
Yeah, with the top that comes off.